Manjusri asked the Buddha, "World-honored one, is the Buddha now staying in this world?" The Buddha answered Manjusri, "Indeed, indeed." Manjusri said, "If the Buddha were staying in this world, then Buddhas as numerous as the sands of the Ganges would also stay in their worlds. Why? Because all Buddhas have the same one appearance, the inconceivable appearance. The inconceivable appearance has neither birth nor death. If future Buddhas were to appear in their worlds, then all Buddhas of the past, present, and future would also appear in their worlds. Why? Because in what is inconceivable, there is no appearance of past, future, or present. However, sentient beings are attached to their perceptions, and they say that there are Buddhas who appear in the world, and Buddhas who enter nirvana." The Buddha told Manjusri, "This is the understanding of Tathagatas, Arhats, and Bodhisattvas at the level of Avinivartaniya. Why? Because these three types of beings, having heard the profound Dharma, are able neither to criticize nor to praise it." Manjusri agreed with the Buddha. "World-honored one, who could criticize and who could praise the inconceivable Dharma?" The Buddha told Manjusri, "Tathagatas are inconceivable, and ordinary beings are inconceivable as well." Manjusri asked the Buddha, "Are ordinary beings also inconceivable?" The Buddha replied, "They too are inconceivable. Why? Because all mental appearances are inconceivable." Manjusri said, "If you say that Tathagatas are inconceivable, and that ordinary beings are also inconceivable, then innumerable Buddhas are just fatiguing themselves seeking nirvana. Why? Because inconceivable dharmas are nirvana, and therefore have no differences." Manjusri said, "Such inconceivability of ordinary beings and Buddhas can be understood only by good men and good women who have long developed roots of goodness and stayed near beneficent learned friends." The Buddha asked Manjusri, "Do you want the Tathagata to be the superb one among sentient beings?" Manjusri replied, "I want the Tathagata to be the foremost one among sentient beings. However, sentient beings' appearances cannot be captured." The Buddha asked, "Do you want the Tathagata to acquire the inconceivable Dharma?" Manjusri replied, "I want the Tathagata to acquire the inconceivable Dharma without constructing anything." The Buddha asked Manjusri, "Do you want the Tathagata to expound the Dharma and to teach and transform sentient beings?" Manjusri replied to the Buddha, "I want the Tathagata to expound the Dharma and to teach and transform sentient beings, yet neither the speaker nor the listener can be captured." "Why not?" "Because they abide in the Dharma realm. Sentient beings in the Dharma realm have no differentiated appearances." The Buddha asked Manjusri, "Do you want the Tathagata to be the unexcelled fortune field?" Manjusri replied, "The Tathagata, with the appearance of endlessness, is the endless fortune field. The appearance of endlessness is the unexcelled fortune field. Because the Tathagata is neither a fortune field nor not a fortune field, he is called the fortune field. Because he has no appearances such as light or dark, birth or death, he is called the fortune field. If one can understand the appearances of the fortune field in this way, the seeds of goodness one plants deeply will neither increase nor decrease." The Buddha asked Manjusri, "Why do the planted seeds neither increase nor decrease?" Manjusri replied, "The appearances of the fortune field are inconceivable. Cultivating goodness in the field in accordance with the Dharma is also inconceivable. Planting seeds in this way is called no increase and no decrease, and it is also the unexcelled, superb fortune field." Then, by virtue of the Buddha's spiritual power, the great earth quaked in 6 different ways, manifesting the appearances of impermanence. 16,000 people achieved the endurance and the realization of the no birth of dharmas. Moreover, 700 bhikshus, 3,000 upasakas, 40,000 upasikas, and 60 koti neuta gods of the 6 desire heavens in the midst of dharmas shunned dust and their afflictions and acquired the pure Dharma eye.